Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, this is beers from around the world. And yes, this is episode 3. We're back in Lithuania. I know I've got many more countries to go, but I'm trying to get some of the countries out of the way. And Lithuania has quite a bit to offer. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the sharing. Also, we're taking that poll again. We haven't taken it in a while. If you love beer, kill the red. Don't look at the red subscribe. Make sure it's gray, whatever color it shows up in your browser, just kill it. Definitely appreciate the likes. The likes are huge. Definitely appreciate it. I know I'm sitting in Eastern Europe right now. I'm trying to finish out the beers, and some people are telling me, and we've got some great feedback from Lithuania and Poland, but quite a bit on Lithuania. I get it. Some of these beers to you are Budweiser in America, but from Lithuania or Poland or wherever it may be. I'm doing my best to find as many beers as I can, hoping to hit a few diamonds in the rough or things that maybe are pretty good that got outside the country and were, lucky enough to be distributed into the US. And I know the big guys are usually the only people who do that, but it exposes people to different things. I have some beers in Austria and Germany I scored recently that are a little harder to find, at least here in the US. I have quite a few. I could live in Germany as far as the beers I can score here locally in the US for probably a month easy. And I got a really cool one, a Berliner Rice from New Zealand that sounded really amazing. Australia, you need to throw me a bone. All I'm finding is Foster's. And I know I've got a few friends in Australia that are like, nobody drinks that here. So I'm doing my best. I don't know what else I can find. I'm going to keep my eyes open, see what we can do. But we'll keep going. Let's get on with the beer reviews for Lithuania, Part 2, Episode 3. There we go. Kind of craving a Hefeweizen. I'm going to do my best. Svyturys. They say it very quiet and very quickly, and I've listened to it probably 50 times. Svyturys. Founded in 1784 in Lithuania, it's a Baltas ale or Hefeweizen style wheat beer. Untapped has it at 3.41. Yes, over 3. 3.41 out of 5. 12,909 reviews. 5% ABV. Appears to be owned by the Carlsberg Group. Yeah, all the big guys have bought up a lot of breweries. And it's actually got a relatively nice cap there. Sorry, hands always shake a little. Just grabbed my Shark bottle opener. And I have an excuse to use my Hefeweizen glass, which is always awesome. It's a big boy. We've got 500 milliliters or 16.9 ounces. I had a can of this somewhere, and it was even bigger. It's like 568 or something milliliters. It was quite large. Very clear, although I see some giant chunks falling to the bottom, which is kind of gross. I'm going to assume that's the yeast and that it has been compacted to the bottom and somehow I jarred it. Oh yes, the bottom is layered in dark yeast. I guess if I accidentally drink a chunk, I'll just get a big boost of B vitamins. And there's a floaty. God, I hate that. It can be nice and cloudy like it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm smelling banana and Pilsner right off the bat. It's a little bready, a little tartness to it. I definitely get the clove on the back of my tongue. I definitely taste orange. Orange. It's not quite what I expected, but very smooth. Got a nice sharp bite, a little tartness to it. Got some hints of citrus or something. I guess it's maybe they put some orange peel in here, or maybe we're getting some of that from something, because the yeast should be giving us banana and clove, and I smell the banana and I get a little clove on the finish, but very nice beer. I'm gonna go drink it. Yep, we have another Lithuanian beer. Same basic company, just different style. My Sierra Nevada 16 ounce. I don't get to use it very often. This is a red ale, and it's from Svyturys, however you want to say that. You heard it in the last one. There you go. It's basically an Oktoberfest. It says malt caramel and black bread. Well, I don't know about you, but in the US, black bread means burnt bread. Not something we would actually want to put on a label. So, just saying. Let's see how red this is. Okay, looking a little tan. Probably within the reasonable color profile. Oh, I'm seeing some reddish tan. Like I said, it doesn't matter as long as it tastes good. Okay, I'm not gonna get to pour the last little bit or I'm gonna have a mess. That's nice, that's a nice red ale. Very clear. Kind of a little tornado of bubbles going down there. Quite literally, it's spinning up. I didn't realize that this glass is nucleated, so, and I've got some really fine bubbles jamming out down there. Okay. They might not say so, but a hint of caramel, but I want to say I smell banana, but I don't think I do. I totally forgot to tell you, it's 5.8% ABV. It's only got 60 reviews, but it's a 3.12 out of 5, so it's over the 5 point. It is owned by Carlsberg Group. Like I said, it's another of the same, but it's red or dark red, but I'm loving the color. I don't think it's as good as the Hef up front, although that Hef, towards the end, I got kind of like this off taste, and I don't know what it was, but it's probably something to do with the yeast at the bottom. It's very funky. Tasted good up until that point. I definitely get dark fruit. I definitely get a nice hint of chocolate. I have a lot of caramel, but the caramel's not overly sweet. The beer does have a little tiny bit of sweetness. What I will say is if you're gonna pay the same price and you're at a local European grocery store, the bottle is 500 milliliters. The can is 568. So difference between 6.9 ounce or 16.9 ounces versus 19.2. So the can's a better deal if the price is the same. But, you know, this is a bottle. And like I said, I still have a little bit I couldn't pour. It's nice. Some of the Oktoberfests are, you know, kind of in your face nowadays, but to me, this is just like a really good amber ale. I wouldn't really call it a Marzen or Oktoberfest. It says dark with caramel malt, but it's just a nice amber ale. That's it. 5.8%. Drinks about a 5.4 if I had to give it a percentage I would expect to drink. I definitely would. The 3.12 is fair. It's something you would drink and not dump or go, ugh. So anything under the 3.0, I kind of worry about. But 3.12, that's pretty fair. You know, on a good day, I might give it 3.2. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're still in Lithuania. Another Svyturys or Svyturys, however you want to say it. Founded in 1865 in Lithuania. This is Ekstra, and it is brewed since only 1995. Supposedly, shortly after it became the most popular beer sold in Lithuania, which kind of scares me a little. You know what I mean? Untapped has it at 3.1 out of 5, and that's with 24,100 reviews, 101 reviews. If you go on Carlsberg, which owns it, its website, it's 5.2% ABV, and they call it a Pilsner. On some of the other sites, like Untapped and Beer Advocate and things like that, they call it a Dortmunder or a Helles, which I'm going to go with Pilsner. We'll just stick it there. It is a big boy, 500 milliliters, 16.9 ounces. But yeah, I had a gentleman that was super excited about this when I mentioned I was trying different beers. Well, let's see the lid. Cap is kind of cool. It's actually imprinted or embossed, however you want to say that, embossed. Yeah, it smells fresh, but I know you're going to hate to hear this, but my dad used to drink Michelob like all the time, and it reminds me of Michelob. It smells like a Michelob. Just saying. And yes, it has rice. They actually admit it's malt, or malt barley, however you want to say it, rice, water, and yeast. I have no problem, especially when they tell me something's in it. It's when they don't put it in there, you kind of wonder why. Yeah, I like every drop. If it's good, I'm going to want every drop. If it's not, I'll even dump it out. So life's too short for bad beer. So crazy clear. A lot of times when I've seen most companies who brew with rice and do lagers, they usually go for that super clear. Unless it's a Hefeweizen. Wow. They mentioned something about hops and a tartness from hops, but it's almost like a rind of an orange with a little bit of floral. I mean, very bright, and it doesn't smell like it smelled coming out of the bottle. It's much better actually than what it smelled like coming out of the bottle. It's nice. It's very crisp. I might even say 3.2. On a bad day when I was stressed out, a 3.4. Because, you know, when you're stressed, you'll, yeah, give me something. I just need to take the edge off. But it's very nice. I like the aroma more than I like the beer. The beer is super crisp and sharp, and I like that. But I get a little tartness now. It's a little lingering that I just got it. It took a while. It doesn't finish quite as clean as most Pilsners where they're on your tongue and gone. It's more like the wheat ales where it kind of lingers for a second, but this one gives you this tart, just a tartness. It comes much later, and I mean much later. The beer's gone and all of a sudden I get this tart lingering. And it's not a bad thing, it's just different. And they mentioned they have a tartness from the hops, so I'm not sure what kind of hops they're using. Be nice to know, so if you ever want a tart finish, you can use those hops. I'm gonna say it's good, it's drinkable. I'm gonna enjoy it. I really do like the lid. I think that's kind of cool. I haven't seen anything like that. Okay, we have the last of the Lithuanian beers. Actually, I have two 9.5s and a 12%, which we'll do those later. Not looking forward to those. Old Russian brand. Basically in Lithuania, there is I want to say it's 6 to 8% of the people there, or population, are Russian or speak Russian or some part of that, so your mileage may vary. I will do my best on pronunciation. Zhigulevskoe, from my understanding, which supposedly means live beer, or for me, living beer. And it has a 3.07 out of 5 at only 381 reviews on Untapped. It's a 5.4% ABV lager, Euro pale, whatever you want to call it. Big boy, 500 milliliters, 16.9 ounces. Been letting it sit out of the fridge for a little while, so it's a little on the warmer side, and I've got a glass that has not been chilled. So I will be tasting this if I can get it open. There we go. Yeah, there we go. No IBUs I could find. I couldn't find a lot of information that I could read or understand due to language barriers on my part. Okay, I am smelling like major lager. I know that smell. Very clear. Got a little tornado going, kind of cool. Not sure if you can see that, but very, very cool. Super light. I know it's 5.4, but super light. I don't know if that's rice or corn. I'm thinking corn. I'm starting to notice that I can smell a hint of rice, but I can't taste it. So it's either got corn or rice in there, or maybe a little bit of both, but super light. 5.4, drinks like a 4.5. Flavor is very, very mild. There may be some hop aroma in there, but I smell more. I want to say it's corn or rice. I know that doesn't help. It's still kind of doing a little tornado thing there with the bubbles. Kind of cool. Makes it kind of pretty to look at. I know it might be the Budweiser of Lithuania from some of the people who either live there or have been there or are going there even. But I would say if you're looking for something super light, easy drinking, something to sip on while you're just hanging out, not looking to, get a buzz or anything like that, definitely the go-to. Those 9.5s and that is 12%, I can only imagine as the younger crowd looking to get slammed. Not my thing, but you know, we'll get there. Thank you again for joining us here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Sorry about looking a little rough. Don't forget to like, subscribe, keep sharing, definitely appreciate it. Hopefully we're reaching out to people from all around the world, kind of, you know, getting a little exposure in all directions. Thank you again.